Welcome back to another episode of How I Cook. I'm Stephen and Frederick
And I'm Alice.
from Newtown. I was going to introduce her, but she introduced herself. This is Alice's fourth appearance on How I Cook. Today's a very special day. Our girls, Liz and Beth, turned 12 today.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday! Alice said we have to make them a cake, and I said, well, we need a dog-friendly recipe, and she found one. So we're going to make a dog-friendly cake and celebrate the girl's birthday. So, first we're going to start with, Alice is going to be my sous chef, 1 cup whole wheat flour.
Do we have to sift it?
No.
Okay, that's good. That's even easier.
1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. Not baking soda, baking powder.
There is a difference.
Next, we're going to put in, let's do...
Would it be all right if I just stirred that a little? I don't want to interfere with you.
No. 1/4 cup of vegetable oil. Why don't I pour?
Terrific.
1/3 cup of applesauce. It's a heaping cup. So what I did was I poured one of these applesauce cups in, and it's a little heavier, so, or bigger. So we're using the whole thing.
You want me to scrape it?
Scrape it. That's where the profit is.
My mother used to say that. You
Really?
know? Oh, yes. Miss Fanny Farmer herself.
A cup of shredded carrots. What I did was I got the matchstick carrots at the supermarket, and I just chopped them up a little more.
Don't be dismayed. They look like pumpkin,
Right. They're not.
but they're not.
2 tablespoons of honey. Scrape,
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 scrape.
scrape.
There we go.
And 1/3 cup of creamy peanut butter.
Very thick. This is very thick. We need to get the mixer going.
And we're adding one more liquidy thing.
Yep, that's going to help.
And then 2 eggs. Boop.
All right, it's time for the mixer.
You're the mixer. It's time for you. All mixed. A small baking pan. A little round here. It's not a really big cake, but remember, it's for dogs. Did we put anything in there that a human couldn't eat? No.
Mm-mm.
Did we put anything in there really gross? No. So yeah, we could have a piece too.
I intend to.
So there, I liberally sprayed it with oil. Alice is now going to put it in there.
We don't have to flour that.
Now, I think that's a wives' tale. I never flour it. And remember, this isn't the way you should do it. It isn't the right way. This is how I cook.
And it's very interesting.
You're very interesting.
May I share a thought? Do I have permission to share an independent thought? We get to go to and visit people during the holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas. You're supposed to take a hostess gift. Why not take a gift for the puppies in the house? No one else thinks to do that. This is super easy.
And more healthy than table scraps.
Absolutely.
So we have a 350-degree oven preheated, and this is going to require between 30 and 35 minutes. So we're going to put it in and check it after 30 minutes.
And as a batter liquor, it's not half bad. It tastes like a peanut butter cookie batter to me.
I was going to say, the predominant flavor is the peanut butter, a little bit of the honey, but not a ton.
And the carrot gives it a little texture.
Correct. All right. See you in 30 minutes. So just because the dogs are going to have a treat doesn't mean we can't have a treat. So here's a recipe. Our neighbor Gina, who lives to my right of the studio, gave us this wonderful treat a few weeks ago. Really liked it. So it was easy. So I had Gina send me the recipe, and now we're going to do it for you. So this is Chester's puff corn. It's sort of like popcorn. It's puffed up without the hole, but it's not popcorn. It's puff corn. How would you describe it?
It looks like a cut off cheese curl.
So I know people all over the world watch these videos. Look, both of you. Edit. Ready? Stop laughing.
I can't.
Stop laughing.
He's making me laugh.
We don't look at him ever. So I know people all over the world watch my videos. So get your local version of puffed corn. Butter flavor, not cheese flavor. Well, maybe you could make it with cheese, but try to get butter. So we need 3 bags of this. Want to know them?
Not really.
Delicious. But they are delicious, right?
Sure.
So
If you like cheese curls, they're right up your alley.
there's 1 in there. You need a really big bowl. Problem is, we don't have a big enough bowl. Doing that, you can always use a pot, a stock pot.
Mm-hmm.
Think about
So
making
that's actually a good idea.
Rice Krispie treats. You do it in the pot. And then another half, more than half,
Yeah,
and there.
yeah.
So what we're going to do is, we're going to make 1 batch with nuts and 1 batch without nuts. Well, with her here, both are with nuts. So you pick which one's going to have nuts. We have a cup of pecans over here. Which one do you want to put the pecans?
It doesn't matter.
Go ahead. You got to earn your keep.
Okay then.
So just toss that around a little.
I see you've done that. Thank you.
It's going to get stirred. Next, 2 cups of brown sugar, light brown sugar.
Into a hot pan.
Right, it's on low for now.
We're
Good.
making a syrup to coat the puffed things.
Corn, puffed corn.
Right, puffed corn. We're making a syrup.
So that was brown sugar.
Mm-hmm. 2 cups.
This is cinnamon, 1½ teaspoon. And we're going to stir that around until they both melt together. So Alice continues to be a wonderful sous chef, melting the cinnamon and the brown sugar. I am going to take the cake out of the oven. It's done.
This is ready. May I add the caro?
No.
Okay.
Jimmy, edit that out. Edit it out. Ready. And here we go. This is the dog cake, the girl cake, the wonderful cake. So it's very hot. I'm just going to put it to the side for a little, and then we will pop it out. But that's it. And we're going to frost it later. You're going to be really excited what we frost it with. So the brown sugar and the cinnamon are melted together. We're now going to use some light corn syrup, 1/2 cup, because it's not sweet enough. In this case, it's Caro,
That's doing exactly what it's supposed to do.
but
Bubble.
you can use whatever corn syrup you like.
Do you have a scraper for that?
Why don't you use that little spoon?
That little spoon is working to prevent this from all burning, but
Here in this kitchen,
we don't care if it's burnt because
No.
all popcorn that's burnt is better, right?
we don't like to dirty more things than we need.
Oh, that's right. I have to be more considerate of the crew.
Okay, so that's all incorporated. 2 sticks of butter. Melt them in. Could this be done in the microwave? Yes, of course. It's just melting. Is that cooking? I don't judge. Let me take that back.
You mean the microwave? Is that cooking? Or do you mean is melting cooking? I'm not clear.
I will leave it up to our fans to determine. I don't want to offend anybody, so if you prefer to melt all this in the microwave, go ahead. God bless. But when Auntie Alice is here, I want her on screen as long as possible.
I think it's more about me doing the work and standing over the hot stove today.
Martyr, table of 1, martyr.
I learned from the best, baby.
You gotta work a little harder there. This is another time I wish you guys could smell what I smell. Doesn't this...
It's good. It's pretty darn good.
So we're almost ready to put it all together. Okay, so the mixing is going really well. We're going to turn off the heat. Add 2 teaspoons of vanilla and 1.5 teaspoons of baking soda. Baking soda, not baking powder. All right, so that looks pretty good. Yeah, there's a little bit of butter on the top. Don't worry. The corn puffs are gonna suck it up.
Yeah, maybe that's the point.
So, if you can lift that off and move to the right, we have our 2 containers. Just split it whichever way. Oh, I put a little butter and then put a little butter over there.
Thank you.
Good.
I actually think you got a little bit more in there because it's a bigger pot.
Yeah, but there you go.
That's going
That's
in
for
mine.
you, right?
Yeah, that's
all right,
mine.
and then we gotta really start stirring quickly because it's gonna start hardening. And really get in there. Get that bottom coated. Get the top coated. Get everything coated. You thought stirring the brown sugar was tough. Sorry, that was hot. I had to lick it off.
Remember, mine has nuts in it.
Nuts to you.
Is yours becoming difficult to stir yet?
Yes.
This would be fun with little kids, except for the hot sauce part.
Correct.
If the hot sauce wasn't hot, you could let the little kids get in there and stir this up. They have all that energy.
Okay, so I think we're going to be able to mix it more when we put it on baking sheets. We have 2 baking sheets here with foil on them. I'm going to spray. Ooh, look, one ran away. Yum, yum, yum. I'm going to spray each baking sheet. And then we're going to pour it out. Oh my, doesn't that look good? Now, our hands are still clean. I'm just going to press down a little. And there's some corn that didn't get coated. That's okay. In all your trail mixes or snack mixes and all. Wow, look at those. I have the oven preheated to 250. Normally 350 for everything. This is 250. It's also on convection. Do you have to use convection? No. But the recipe I looked up recommended, and since I have it, I'm using it. 30 minutes it's going into the oven. But every 10 minutes we're going in and we're stirring it up. Whoops. Talk about smelling good.
Yeah, this does smell good.
There's a few on the floor we'll get after filming.
Would it be safe for the pups to eat?
I would say no. There's a lot of sugar, Caro, that sort of stuff. So we're just cutting it up a little. We'll let it cool. There we go. It doesn't have to be individuals. While that's cooling,
More like clusters?
we're going to gild the lily. Gild the lily. I have a bar of white chocolate and a bar of dark chocolate. Not dark chocolate, milk chocolate. But they're 4.4 ounces each. I'm going to melt half a bar of each. Put it in the microwave. Microwave's perfect for melting.
For melting chocolate.
For melting whatever. You gotta be more relaxed.
You mean we could have used it on the brown sugar?
So why did I get Lindt? It's a really good quality one, and it was buy one get one free. Again, ready?
Yes.
Hold on.
Do you want more?
So the chocolate is now melted, and the white chocolate is now melted. What are we going to do? We're going to drizzle it over the corn. So why don't you do the white, and I'll do the milk chocolate, and just drizzle it a little. Every piece doesn't need it, but it'll be a happy surprise, in the words of Bob Ross. So drizzling is done. We're just going to let this sit and harden a little, and then we'll put it into bowls. Here's the cake. We put it on a cooling rack. It's totally cool now. And now we're going to put it on this plate. What are we going to ice it with?
Peanut butter.
Some creamy peanut butter. I think this is creamy enough that we don't need to warm it. So,
Yeah, you're good.
just a little on the top. Remember, it's for the dogs. So hopefully you've enjoyed this episode with the dog birthday cake and the cinnamon caramel puff corn snacks. One with nuts, one without nuts. You saw how easy they were. Your family and friends are gonna love them. And remember, holidays are coming up. So perfect hostess gifts. Before we go, I want to thank Alice from Newtown coming down again. 4th time. All right. Make sure you pass this along to your family and friends.
Repost, repost.
See you next time.
Happy holidays.
Yes.
Daddy.
Beth.
Beth.
Beth. Hey, Beth. Beth. Look.
Poor Liz.
There she is. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Yay! Happy birthday, girlies!